Hey guys, it's Pet Doc Donna here, 30 years of holistic veterinary medical experience. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about proteins. It's just so amazing to me because I feel like years and years ago, like dogs and cats, they didn't react to proteins. Probably people didn't either. And now they're the number one thing in the pet food that the pets are reacting to. And the thing that people don't realize is that each meat has a different amino acid set. So what I have clients do is I have them use one meat for 1 month and then switch. If the dog is highly reactive, then we might only be able to go 3 weeks with one meat. So basically it means all other proteins are out. And sometimes we're taking out yogurt, we're taking out eggs, we're taking out fish, all of these things that normally you'd think these are great foods, right? But if you have a dog that's reacting to proteins, which if you have an itchy dog, or if you have a dog that gets diarrhea a lot, if you have an immune-mediated disease, a dog with immune-mediated disease, these guys all need single protein rotations. So you guys have heard me talk about protein rotation. It's not the same as diet rotation. Protein rotation is very specific. We are trying to bait and switch the immune system. So it's one of my most important tools for immune-mediated disease, and we can cure immune-mediated diseases, and in some cases allergies, just by doing this correctly. So I want you guys to understand it. You guys, if you love this, subscribe, like, comment, and share it with your friends. Tell everyone you know. Pet Doc Donna here, and we're giving you all these holistic tips on how to care for your pet holistically. So let's say you have a pet say you have a dog that's very reactive, he's allergic to everything. So of course he's going to be allergic to his food. They always are if they're allergic to everything. So what happens is the veterinarian will put your pet on a hydrolyzed protein. Maybe it'll work for a while, but then eventually the pet's immune system figures out ways to get around the hydrolyzed protein, and realizing that the immune system realizes eventually it's chicken and egg, which is very reactive. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have you be in complete control of the protein and give your pet 3 weeks or a month of one protein. And what happens a lot of times, and I've learned this a lot from clients, is that initially the first week you think you've cured it. You're like, wow, he's not itching anymore. Then after a few weeks, the pet starts itching, and what is happening? Your pet is reacting to the new protein. And I don't care if it's kangaroo or beaver or alligator or whatever it is, because it doesn't matter. Your pet will start reacting to it. So here at the practice, what we do is we clear the amino acids. We'll clear the building blocks of proteins to prevent that reaction. But with people who don't know Nate, you can still do a lot of good by doing this protein rotation. So we're going to try to bait the immune system. As the immune system starts to recognize, oh, that's turkey, oh, I'm going to start to react, oh, I'm going to start to react, by the 3rd or 4th week, we've already got the next protein ready. And so you could just have 2 or 3 proteins that you're switching from. It's better to have 3. And then when you're done with the second protein, your pet will not remember the first protein. So it's a bait and switch for the immune system. Let's be a devil's advocate and say, your pet you're giving him turkey for his meat, but then he's also getting treats with beef, and he's getting the odd occasional milk bone from the bank line, and he's, this isn't going to work, because even if he gets one milk bone, it's got chicken, it's got dairy, it's got all these nasty preservatives and chemicals. You've already thrown your pet into like a situation where this protein rotation will not work. You have to be super strict. You can't. So all the treats have to match. You have to read ingredients. You have to know that even eggshells can throw your pet off. Even sometimes fish oil can throw your pet off. It's too much like a protein. Your pet can read that. The pet's immune system can read that as an allergen. So really it is just one at a time, ideally. And then hopefully you guys can help your pet's immune mediated. If you even help the symptoms 50%, then you've already come a long way, and also in learning about what the triggers actually are. So it's not always about the proteins, it's about the amino acids. What are amino acids? They are the building blocks of the proteins, more the chemical breakdown of the proteins. So some reactive amino acids are the lysine family, the cysteine family. So we could have the sulfur-containing amino acids like taurine and cysteine and methionine. We could have a reactive arginine family. Arginine can be very reactive. So tryptophan, we can have theanine, we can have reactive tyrosine. So these are all things. What this means is to say these amino acids are reactive is to say that your pet's immune system is going to recognize these amino acids or these proteins and think, the immune system is thinking, oh, this must be a virus that I have to attack. This must be a bacteria that I have to attack. This must be a cancer cell I have to attack. And then the whole weight of the whole immune system, all the complement cascade, the inflammatory mediators, they all go to that protein in the digestive tract. It means the digestive tract is collecting all this inflammation. Even if we don't see actual diarrhea, that is where the inflammation is getting collected, and the inflammatory mediators will then circulate through the body and cause harm. So it's not always about the protein, it's about the amino acids. You guys, I want you to look at the ingredients list on your food that you're feeding your pets. Are there multiple proteins that are listed? Is there lamb? Is there duck? Is there pork? Is there fish? Even if there's fish oil, a lot of times what we're doing is we're getting our clients to go over to one protein, and then we're getting them to do an omega fatty acid that's not fish-based. So it's usually a plant-based fatty acid, like evening primrose or flax. So it's about taking really the diet so seriously. You know, it's not like, a lot of people think when they protein switch, it's like every meal they're going to change proteins, or every couple of days they're going to change proteins. But really what we want to do is a bait and switch for the immune system. So we want the immune system to latch in to whatever protein we're feeding. Let's say we feed our dog, turkey for 3 weeks. After 2 weeks, by the end of the 3rd week, the immune system starts to latch onto that turkey, and then we've already got the next protein planned. We're going to switch the protein right when the symptoms would start. So that way we can stay ahead of the symptoms. Hey guys, talking about protein switching, if you love this video, you're going to love this one on how to tell what to do if your pet has a mast cell cancer.